Okay, what's up, guys? I just want to make a quick video here, kind of a brief discussion video about some kind of crazy shit that's been happening to me lately. The reason I wanted to make this video is because some kind of crazy shit has been going on. I made a post on Minds about a month ago, but I didn't make any video about it. So basically, um, as many of you know, like one of the first videos I made, like in my new era of video creation, taking it more seriously with skits and stuff. Really, the first video I made, the first skit video I made after all the music stuff was like last July, and it was Grabbing by the Flat Earth, which is sort of a surreal conscious comedy type thing, where I sort of poke fun at various ideas, but which includes like the whole flat Earth stuff. But unlike a lot of artists who they make fun of flat Earth in a very obvious way, just sort of like, flat Earth, that's such a preposterous thing, just sort of dismissive thing. I sort of leave it open to well, who knows? Maybe the Earth is flat, but it's sort of, but it was sort of like making fun of both flat earthers and globe earthers, and just different. My kind of comedy style is to poke fun at both sides, kind of in a South Park type way. That's probably some unconscious influence there, to show how the positives and negatives of both sides. So that's kind of what that video was about, and there was some other stuff in there. And I have a Bill Hicks type stuff where I try to talk about conscious ideas, conspiracy theories in sort of a comedic way or whatever. So, long story short, I just randomly, I'm not even a huge Eric Andre fan. I used to be a bigger fan back in the day, but I saw an advertisement for his new show, something about millennials, whatever it is, and there's a skit in there where basically verbatim, it's just ripping. It's pretty obviously a takeoff of my Grabbing by the Flat Earth video, right down to the whole taking a more objective, less dismissive standpoint, and just sort of poking fun at flat earthers and globe earthers, battling each other. Which I haven't really seen anyone else doing that, but myself. Not to be narcissistic, but I'm fairly certain I was the only person who has done a comedy skit like that. That's the first thing, and there's a whole skit on this new show where basically he's outside and he's in a big globe costume, and he's doing the typical destructive Eric Andre thing, and then he starts, he's like, the globe, you heard of it? It needs saving, and it's just silly stuff like that. And then a flat earther comes by and is like, what the fuck? I'm gonna fight you. And then there's a dialogue that's verbatim exactly from my video, where in the video I have a pretend, a pretend battle between flat earther and a globe earther, and at one point in time, I think the globe earther says you flat earth and piece of shit, and the globe earther says you globe earth and piece of shit, or whatever. Simple enough dialogue, I know, but verbatim, that dialogue was used in this Eric Andre thing. So I was pretty pissed off about it, and I've been contemplating suing. I haven't gotten around to it, but I've been stewing on it for a little bit. But that's not how the story ends. So let's put that in the background. I was contemplating suing for that. I can put links down below to both videos. I might make a more elaborate version of this video where I'll show examples, or I may just keep down here just links, whatever. This is just a simple video, but maybe I'll do that later. But then I got this. I don't go into my Gmail account very often, but it looks like I got into it today, and I just found this. Basically, right on the cusp of me considering, suing Eric Andre for actual copyright infringement, taking someone else's ideas, intellectual property. I've received a copyright claim for my video, How to Be a Slave to the Third Wave, which, as many of you know, is a fairly popular video of mine on Minds, not really anywhere else. I think it has like 61 views on YouTube, but it's a very popular video on Minds right now. And I've received a copyright claim for it. Now, as many of you know, this is a discussion video. It's a critique video of another video. I found a documentary called Third Wave Feminism, a documentary. Now, which before Article 13 passing, used to be pretty common practice, to take something else that someone's done and take it in a transformative way and critique it. Like, and everyone fucking knows, it's like so fucking obvious. It's not like, if you released a critique of the new Star Wars movie or something, no one's gonna watch that critique and think like, oh, I wonder if I think he made the Star Wars video because he's talking about it and the images are in there, so he must be George fucking Lucas, George Pucas. It's like, who the fuck is gonna think that unless you're fucking retarded? It's like, so obviously they're not, Article 13 isn't passing for some divine reason because they had all these fucking problems of retards, like, thinking that, like, something that was being critiqued upon with, like, footage being used in a fair use, transformative way and getting confused. Like, no, that's not a fucking issue. Like, the reason they're fucking passing it is to stick it to people who are critiquing, movies and entertainment and shit that, like, that they're really strongly behind because they push agendas or what the fuck ever. Their precious Hollywood friends are in there, you can't fucking critique them anymore. You can't have ideas that are other than, like, the mainstream accepted ideas. So that's why they passed Article 13. And now, just exactly what a lot of people, in the red pill or classical liberal or whatever you want to call it, movement, warned us about, that as soon as that fucking passed, so I need to drink of water. As soon as that fucking passed, it was going to open up the Pandora's box for all types of ridiculous censorship, And now, obviously, I think this is probably happening to lots of people are going to be getting hit with these copyright claims for these videos where the content is obviously being used in a transformative, fair use way for, like, critiques or comedy purposes or whatever. So I just got hit with this claim. It says, Hi, Zylan Roberts. A copyright owner using Content ID claims some material in your video. This is just a heads up. Don't worry, you're not in trouble, and your account standing is not affected by this. There are either ads running on your video with the revenue going to the copyright owner, or the copyright owner is receiving stats about your video's views. Video title, How to Be a Slave to the Third Wave. Claimed by Fox. Which you wouldn't think that Fox would give a shit, but I don't know. Apparently they do. It says, if there are no problems, you don't need to take any action. You don't need to delete your video. If something went wrong and the copyright owner or our system made a mistake, we have a dispute process. Only use it if you're confident you have the rights to use all the content in your video. Well, how would you fucking know now that fucking Article 13 is passed? They've just fucking flipped all the laws around, so probably no one has the right to use anything unless, even in a fucking transformative way, you can't critique shit anymore. It's fucking gay.
Are you down with the wellness? Being healthy?
Excuse me. We're gonna edit that part out.
I spit my spittoon. I'm an old prospector.
Yes, so the conspiracy part of me is connecting the dots. Here's what I think happened. I think it goes back even further. One of the first discussion videos, well, not the first one, but one of the first ones to start getting, like, serious attention. A lot of it negative, honestly, but some positive. Back in, like, November or December, I made this discussion video where I called out Tim Heidecker for basically, you know, starting to politicize his art form, and how, like, I used to be a fan of Tim and Eric back in the day. I pretty much, like, loved all their shows for a long time. Tommy Was the Mayor, awesome show, bedtime stories. But, even though I felt like Decker had its moments, I thought it was, like, really overly politicized. It's just sort of, like, politically one-dimensional, you know, because it only focused on, like, heavily critiquing, like, conservatives. It didn't criticize liberals at all, so it seemed one-dimensional to me. And that's basically what that video was about. And I got so much fucking flack for that video. Like, it probably... Last I checked, I haven't checked it for like 6 months. Like, last I checked, it had like fucking like 30 downvotes. Some upvotes too, like 6 or 7. Probably more since I've been on Minds, but I got a lot of negative attention for that video. What I'm thinking happened is that Tim Heidecker and Eric Andre are pretty good friends. So, you know, in this post-meta world, you don't have to be like one of the big boys to get their attention, you know? Because, like, everyone's being watched. You know, even if you have a small YouTube channel, it only takes, like, a trending tag to, like, get someone's attention, even if they are, like, a big celebrity or something. So that's just the era we're living in. I think what happened personally is that somehow either Tim Heidecker or Eric Andre or someone who knows them saw that video and was like,
Fuck this guy for having his opinion. You know, who does he think he is? Critiquing the holy god himself, Tim Heidecker.
You know, or something. Maybe Eric Andre saw it and was like, whatever. I'm gonna watch this guy's stuff to see if there's any shit on there I can, you know, make fun of or talk shit on or something. I don't know. And then, like, maybe Eric Andre or someone tied to him saw the guy by the Flat Earth video and was like, oh, this is actually okay. You know what I'm gonna do to get back at this little guy? I'm gonna fucking steal his ideas and not give him any credit for them. So he fucking borrows the ground by the Flat Earth fight, or that scene at least, the battle part, and fucking turns it into his own thing. And then I think it's very convenient that, like, when I found that and I started talking about possibly I was going to sue Eric Andre for copyright infringement, all of a fucking sudden, my so-called small channel with like 40 people and like all of a sudden gets a copyright claim for something that was used in transformative use, you know what I mean? For a video that really only has like 61 views, it's you know what I mean? Like, because I'm starting to fucking slowly blow up, especially mainly on Minds, but you know, I also have a SoundCloud, but I only have like 500 subs on there, and that's kind of hit or miss. But the point of the matter is that, like, I think I'm starting to get more attention, you know, and somehow maybe someone on Facebook, you know, saw my post, like, oh, well, I better alert somebody. It bounces off to like a fucking Google server somewhere, you know, fucking Gulag Tube. You know, someone over at Gulag Tube hears about it, and someone alerts, like, Eric Andre, like, oh, we might have to worry about something. This guy might sue. He's like, what can we do? Well, I have a buddy over at Fox or something, You know, we can watch his stuff to see if maybe if he's guilty of any copyright infringement. You know, because since Article 13 passed, you know, everyone's fucking guilty of copyright infringement in fucking Article 13 world. So it's like they slapped me with this fucking copyright claim, kind of as a way to be sort of like, you know, well, if you want to fucking sue Eric Andre, us big boys are gonna take you to task. Anyway, that's my theory. I don't know if there's anything to it, but you know me, I have a very conspiracy, you know, I have a very conspiracy-addled mind. So basically, that's it in a nutshell. I might make a cleaner version of this video. I don't know. Yeah. I know I haven't made a video for a while. I've been busy with other stuff. It's kind of a complicated thing anyway. I haven't been taking the whole video thing as seriously these days because, you know, with the whole YouTube adpocalypse and the algorithms and all that shit, it's like basically the dream of being like a YouTube content creator is currently DOA, you know, unless you're some like far left progressive political person or like someone making like dumbass like makeup tutorials or anything of any actual like challenging intellectual or entertainment quality is going to be pretty shit on heavily. So it's like, for the longest time, my channel was mostly just like random, sporadically uploaded like music performances and stuff. For like a long time, that's all I did. I didn't get into like, you know, like discussions and skits and stuff until like last year when the adpocalypse and the algorithms were already like well on their way. So I kind of got a little bit into the game a little bit too late. So, like a lot of people on YouTube these days, our dreams are being collectively squashed by Gulag Tube and their censorship bullshit. So yeah, thanks for that. Totalitarian dystopia, the fresh maker. Okay, so yeah, basically I got into this whole game like too long, and I started realizing after a while like there was really no point in uploading to YouTube at least, or taking it as seriously until like YouTube's pretty much dead. I do upload to BitChute, and that seems to be where most of my Minds traffic. To have over 1,000 subscribers on Minds now. Most of the Minds traffic from my videos goes to BitChute. I mean, I like BitChute. I appreciate the YouTube alternatives, but they don't have a viable, good way to like make money on there yet. So until BitChute or some other platform finally figures out how to be what YouTube was like 5-10 years ago, you know, where you can actually get a lot of views and make money making videos, then until that point I'm not going to take it as seriously. I'm mostly right now focusing on trying to get this album done, but also like after that's done, I want to start doing like this like radio serial type stuff, probably on SoundCloud or some other like, or maybe like a podcast platform, basically just sort of taking some of the characters that I've created over the last year or so, like Professor Pussycat Bitch and the DSI Agenda 2030 cops and you know, Duck Billed Hickok and stuff like that, and it's gonna be sort of like a variety, like a futuristic dystopian sci-fi variety show type podcast. I probably will make like video, like cheap video versions of that, but I'm just not, and I have some other ideas for like videos, like I have a skit video that I'm working on, so I'll still be doing videos. It just won't be like, it'll just be randomly, kind of how it was before, until YouTube either gets back to the way they were, which I don't see happening, or BitChute or some other platform starts getting their shit together. So that's what's going on for now. That's all, folks.
Hello, My name is Sanjay, and I'm here to say that if you like that video, please smash that like button somewhere down below my face. Or the 5, the 8, or however many arms of Vishnu will put you in a chokehold and punch you in the face 50 million times. Probably about the number of times that you'll be reborn in all your past and future lives. And also, please subscribe. I don't remember where the subscribe button is because I'm only posting to BitChute now and they do things a little bit differently than BitChute. Than YouTube, my apologies. So, wherever the fuck the subscribe button is, please hit that subscribe button. And this is Sanjay / Zylan Roberts saying, subscribe, bitches!